Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Starladder Season 8. We're here after our short Christmas break with day 24 of that initial 30 days of round robin. We've got 6 good ones for you today. And first up is RoX.KiS against Next.KZ. I am Zyori, and joining me today is a nice treat, E.G. Fogged. Going to be with us. Fogged, how are you today, my friend?
Doing pretty good. Was up late casting last night, but I'm up and awake, sorta.
I heard. I didn't get to catch it, but I heard you were up casting with Base Kip. I heard it went very well.
Yeah, it was pretty enjoyable. The games were kind of interesting. Well, I only got to cast one of them.
Yeah.
Came a little bit late, but it was fun.
Cool, cool. Well, glad to have you here. So, we are getting towards the end of the round robin of all the time to start casting Starladder. Today is a good time, because this is a pretty big match. We've got Next.KZ here, who are currently 9-4 in the round robin, and RoX.KiS are currently 9-3. Both of them still have a chance to make it into that top 4. So this is a big match. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty where the big games are going to come out. RoX.KiS in particular, I think, really need this win. So, should be a good one. Both these teams have been performing very well so far in Starladder, and pumped to see what they're going to bring to the table. Also, glad to see no stand-ins. Both teams with their full rosters here, so should be interesting. RoX.KiS going to first pick the Elder Titan. Alchemist Clockwork going to be snagged by Next League, and OD going to be that second pick for RoX.KiS. Looking pretty standard so far.
Yeah, pretty standard, honestly. I mean, we've seen Elder Titan kind of fall off in some teams, but definitely not here in Starladder, so.
Yeah. Well, that's for sure. And he is a hero that RoX.KiS do like quite a bit. And I like those first bans by Next League, Pugna as well as Abaddon. 2 heroes that might not always be first ban material, but against RoX.KiS they both make a lot of sense. Especially that Pugna. They love to run those super aggressive kind of all-in pushing strats if they can get their hands on the correct heroes here. Furion is still in the pool, and I imagine they may want to pick him up for a little bit of Rat Dota action, but time will tell. Alchemist and Clockwork, nothing too crazy for Next League, but both very powerful heroes. That Alchemist, man, he can just do everything.
Man, and GoBlack just loves this OD, and then right away they banned out Razor and everything, so
yeah.
I don't know. Next gonna have a little bit of trouble laning versus that OD, but I'm sure they'll find a way to manage.
Who do you like when you see a OD in the mid lane? Given that Razor's off the field, what would you go for in that kind of a scenario?
Honestly, there's nothing really that's too great. There's heroes that can do okay versus it. Alchemist does okay if you just you spam acid spray, but you have to stay back. I mean, the Kunkka does okay as well, but in these matchups, like OD just really just controls it for the most part anyway, so it's kind of one-sided. Yeah. But we saw Venomancer as well happen before, which was okay. So, yeah, there's a couple like okay options, but nothing really that can really stand up to an OD, obviously.
Right. You have those heroes that don't feed against OD, but they don't necessarily win. They just stop him from having total free farm, kind of. Dragon Knight, another one that sort of fits in that role. Hard for OD to kill, at least until level 6, but not a lot of great options here. One of those heroes that usually want to ban out a little bit. And of course, RoX.KiS with that luxury of first pick, they have the luxurious second pick as well, so they can grab OD and then ban out Razor right away, as you mentioned. And an interesting fourth ban here from Next.KZ is they do take Dazzle out of the pool. I'm curious about your thoughts of Dazzle right now in his current state in the meta.
I think he's a pretty strong hero as well. He's gotten buffed so many times that he's a very strong hero, especially versus Elder Titan and stuff, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. The minus armor as well with like Alchemist and stuff is pretty damn strong. So, I think my mic is actually sucking shit, is what people were kind of saying, I think.
It's not that great. It's not like staticky or anything, but it just sounds like one of those $10 keyboard mics you get at Radio Shack or something. Is it?
Shit.
Do you have multiple mics? Is it possibly grabbing your webcam mic or something by accident?
I don't think so. That's unfortunate. Shit. I'll try to fix it 1 second, actually.
Okay. Take your time, my friend. No worries. We got a long day of casting ahead of us. So Next League, with the interesting play here, they're going to grab the Wisp with their third pick. And I'm trying to think back. I don't know that Next League has run too much Wisp action, so this is a little bit interesting here. And kind of curious to see what they're going to pair with it. Also curious where they're going to run that Alchemist. Every team seems to have their own image of where they want that Alchemist to be. Some teams like him in the mid. Some teams still run him as a support pretty much every game. And very seldom, but still every so often, we see a team run Alchemist in that position 1 slot. And I'm actually not sure how Next League want to do it here. They could certainly pair him with that EO, or they could just throw him as a support. And grab one of those classic combos, something like a Tiny, something like an Ursa. That would work just fine right here. But we'll see. They've got plenty of bonus time to break into. And oh, they're just going to go ahead and grab the Lifestealer. So there you go. Looks like we know what's happening here. I guess Alchemist could still be the mid hero. They'll have Clockwork in that off lane. And either going to need a support or a mid with that final pick. And EO Lifestealer, an interesting combo, but there it is. RoX.KiS going to grab themselves the Tramp Protector. A very go-black pick right there, a hero that he absolutely loves, one of few drafters that likes that hero a lot, and not afraid to mix him in when he feels it's appropriate. A great hero to have against the Global Wisp. Of course, that living armor does help quite a bit if you get relocated upon. Can be the difference between survival and death. I like that pick here. And it should go pretty well with this Luna, OD, and Elder Titan. A nice big AoE disable with that ultimate. Pairs pretty well with the Earth Splitter, as well as... well, the AoE ults from OD and Luna as well. I see that synergy from RoX.KiS. A pretty solid draft to start things off.
Okay, it should be better now. Not.
Yes, sounds a little better.
Whatever. Fuck it.
It does sound a little bit better. Still not perfect, but still, it's
kind of an old
bad.
mic. It was expensive back in the day, but
yeah,
I don't know why my headset one isn't working for some reason. So.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I did something.
Jesus. Is it a USB?
No, it's not actually.
Oh.
Oh well.
I don't know, my friend. But you sound okay. We'll bear with it. We're all right. So, all right. Final ban's going to come out here. Rubik will be banned out by Next League, and Timbersaw going to be the final ban for RoX.KiS. Again, we'll see what Next League want to do here. If they want to grab a support or if they want to grab a mid hero, really depends where they want to put that Alchemist. And like you said, Alchemist could be their mid choice against OD if they want another stun or crowd control. Elder. Why did I was going to say Elder Dragon. Dragon Knight could be a pick here if they want to go for it. See what they want to do. It's going to be Magnus. All right, so it will be a support Alchemist. Magnus versus OD. I guess he's another one that fares okay. He can at least farm with those shockwaves a little bit. It's not the highest mana cost ability, but not the lowest either. If he gets a bottle, can probably still spam a few here and there. But I always worry, even with the non-int heroes, at level 6, if OD has 3 of those Astral Steals, he can do a lot of damage with that Sanity's Eclipse against a hero that doesn't have a lot of int to begin with. So that's one thing Magnus will have to be careful for. But not a bad pick here.
Yeah, I just think it's still really hard for a mag to go versus OD. So
yeah,
I mean, right now, this go black draft just makes it really obnoxious to play versus. So he's gonna try to just punish them with that. And I didn't see this Wisp really coming up. Has Next been picking this a lot? Because as far as I knew, it was just like Fnatic picking it for the most part.
Yeah, we've seen some other teams experiment a little bit. I know we've seen Alliance grab it once or twice here in the round robin of Starladder Season 8, but I don't recall Next.KZ doing much Wisp strategy. That doesn't mean they haven't run it, but it's not standing out in my memory. So I'm a little bit curious as well. And you were muted while they picked it, but any thoughts about the Tramp Protector right now? Not too many teams value him. Go Black is one of few. Also, Sigma like the tree on some occasions.
I mean, it's pretty interesting because like a tree, even though the mana cost and everything went up and it's not nearly as strong, Elder Titan already kind of forces his own way, and if he's in the offlane, and with tree armor, he's gonna be able to kind of punish really hard. Even like especially if there's a Wisp down there, Wisp isn't really the strongest support. So
yeah,
we see a Veno last pick. So
right, another good bout of AOE damage to go with their already team fight centric lineup. I suppose there's a lot of AOE damage they can put out there. So these team fights going to be a little bit difficult for Next.KZ, especially in that mid game, right around that 10-11 level mark. I think Next.KZ going to have their work cut out for him for sure. A lot of pressure going to be on this Lifestealer, and we'll see how he fares. He's really an odd pick right now. There was that period of time where Lifestealer was that go-to carry every single game, picked or banned almost 100%, and now we see him much less frequently, and even when he is picked, it's sort of to varying success. And it seems more often than not these days, he just sort of falls off and gets kited around without really being able to do a hell of a lot.
Yeah, but both lineups look pretty good. Honestly, they can't really. Both are very turtle heavy and everything. So It's gonna turn. I think both drafts are pretty even. I can't really decide which one I want to give it to more. I kind of like Next.KZ's, but
Really? All right.
I mean they are versus an Elder Titan and stuff though. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll see what could happen.
At face value, I think they're fairly even, but I worry about this laning phase because we can assume OD is going to be mid against Magnus. OD is going to be able to win that lane, or at least get the better of the farm to start things off. And I'm actually sort of curious if it's going to be tri-lane on tri-lane here, or if it's going to be the long laners versus the tri-lane, so the carries will be in sort of free farm heaven. But if it's tri-lane on tri-lane, I got to favor RoX.KiS just a little bit, I think. That living armor really helps in the laning phase, and I worry that Next.KZ may start to fall behind a little bit. And also, I just kind of like Luna as a better carry than the Lifestealer right now. She's a little bit more versatile and does just so much more AoE damage with those bouncy glaives.
Yeah, it'll probably end up being a little bit more in favor of RoX, because honestly, actually, now I'm looking at it more, because Next.KZ, even though they just don't really have a true, like, I guess, okay, Wisp counts as a true support, but Alchemist, I don't know, I'm still not sure how I feel about this support Alchemist too much. But they're also...
One position?
I think he's just better as a mid. He's better as a mid and he's better as a carry, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Dominates. But, yeah, they have 5 strength up on Next.KZ also. Those are 5 strength heroes. Pretty interesting.
Wow, you're right. They have the 2 oddballs, the Wisp as well as the Lifestealer, who, yes, they're technically strength, but Lifestealer sort of operates as an agility carry, and Wisp obviously sort of operates as an int hero, even though he is technically strength. But yeah, that is sort of interesting. Though I agree with Alchemist. One good thing about having him in that support role is that if the game goes on long enough, if these teams do turtle up, sort of like you were pointing out, that'll give Next.KZ a little bit of an edge, because Alchemist can eventually transition into a carry. Once he hits like level 11, starts getting those value points in Grievel's Greed, he'll start to pick up those carry items. Of course, we're talking like 45, 50 minutes into the match if it lasts that long, but that's one positive of having Alchemist in that carry role that can give you in the support role that can give you a carry edge later on. But I sort of agree. I think him in this hard support role is just sort of wasted potential a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's I don't know. With Mag, it's pretty ridiculous anyway, because, you know, if you get an RP on 2 or 3 people and then the concoction, it's a disaster for a team fight. So
there's a good bit of synergy there with the acid spray on top of that. It's a good point.
Yeah, they have a lot of damage, but it's, I don't know. I still feel weird about... I kind of feel weird about both these lineups for some reason, but...
Well, Venomancer and Tree are not supports that we see commonly right now. Like I said a couple times now, I guess. Treant, only popular amongst 2 teams, and that's RoX.KiS and Sigma. Those are the 2 teams I know that like to pull out the Treant lineups when they feel it's appropriate. I actually just talked to Mad the other day from Sigma, and he said the same thing. So how come you guys haven't been picking Tree recently? And he said, oh, don't worry, we still like the Tree. We just only pick him in certain situations when we have a drafting edge or there's a particular hero that we like him against. He didn't feel comfortable revealing all of his secrets to me. But, yeah, Venomancer as well. He's another one that's kind of fallen off. Since 6.79C, when they nerfed the night vision of the Plague Wards and all that stuff, he's kind of come back down to earth. And now teams like him in that kind of niche role, but he's not that go-to support that he once was.
Yeah, I mean, well... RoX.KiS also just has a lot of potential, just like being able to do a lot with their lineup. They can really defend towers insanely well, like Venomancer wards plus Elder Titan spam and then Tree armor. Mm-hmm. If the other team doesn't take out that tower in the one push that they have, the tower's just gonna get full healed.
Yeah, that's definitely true. One of many irritating things about the Treant Protector.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, one of those heroes that's kind of boring to play, but playing against him is just so annoying. He really... I remember the days of the Treant Weaver combo, or that Weaver, man. He can just man up into towers, and it gets pretty dirty. We're going to see Mantis maybe in a little bit of trouble here. It looks like he is going to scout it out. Will take a glaive to the face, although it looks like he will be able to make it out. Going to take 2 glaives, perhaps. Alright, so let's introduce our rosters here and see what we're working with. Next.KZ going to be on the Radiant side. We've got Reeves going to be playing on the support Alchemist down here in the bottom lane. And almost getting engaged on again. Amazing going to be on the Wisp. He will be supporting down here in the bottom as well. Mantis, of course, going to be in that one position on the hard carry Lifestealer. Also in the bottom lane. Whatafaka going to be on the Magnus here. Solo mid. And then up top it is going to be Equal playing on the Clockwork. Already getting some nice damage onto Sadoy. To go for a level 1 battery assault here, bumped into the Elder Titan, gonna get him down to about half health already. Not a bad victory there for Equal. Already off to a good start in this lane. On the side of RoX.KiS, we do have Sadoy doing some solo safe lane Elder Titan action in the mid. It is going to be Scandal playing on the Outworld Devourer, solo mid against Magnus there, and it is going to be a try versus try. RoX.KiS going to have Go Black on the Treant Protector down here in the bottom, Biz going to be farming away on the Luna, and Yol going to be on the Venomancer. So we are going to have a try on try here, Fogged. I have to say, I think this RoX.KiS tri-lane has a little bit more power than Next.KZ. Wisp is not a hero that I usually like in my tri-lanes.
Yeah, I don't know. They have the double melee, and then they have a Wisp as well with the tri-lane. So I don't know. I feel like RoX is going to completely dominate this. And he's going to see instantly when he walks up, just going to get Galed and right-clicked. And he's going to have a horrible time down here, honestly. Yeah. And he actually might go down. He's
going to rage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. That's it. That's a first blood right there. Biz going to grab it. And, uh-oh, amazing. Might not be out of the clear quite yet. Luna did grab an illusion rune to start things off. Wisp will make it back, but wow.
And that's the power of this. Yeah, just gets Galed once, and then Leech Seed right afterwards. The insane amount of slaughter. It actually does so much damage, so.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of control coming out from this lineup, and Luna does a fair bit of damage as well. Also, with the Lunar Blessing, gives them all a little bit of extra damage, so those right clicks hurt even extra at level 1. Not surprised to see that first blood coming out. And, of course, one of the other things that makes Venomancer such a great pick right here, we saw he used the Gale, Rage came out, and although Rage makes you immune while you're in the effects, it doesn't cleanse you of the Gale. So as soon as that Rage wears off, Lifestealer just as vulnerable as he was when he first gets initiated on. Also, one of the problems with Wisp in a tri-lane, he needs experience. Wisp is one hero that really needs to hit level 6 pretty much as quickly as possible to get that relocate up and start moving around to be more efficient. And in a tri-lane, that is a little bit more difficult. And we see Alchemist also in the lane soaking up that experience. He can't really just move into the jungle and farm, because then this will be a 2v3 that's going to be even more difficult. We'll see more initiation here. Reeves going to be the target. He's going to charge up the concoction. Won't be enough. Biz taking a good bit of damage here. Amazing trying to finish off this kill, but it's going to cost him his life. It looks like there's the living armor. Double kill now coming out for the Treant Protector. Now Mantis going to have to about face and try and make it back to safety. I'm not so sure he's going to be that lucky though. Lucid Beam comes. He will rage once more. A triple kill for Go Black to start things off. This is just an utter disaster for Next.KZ.
Oh man, yeah, this is completely, honestly, terrible, because now the only thing they have really in hopes for them already at this point is going to be this Clockwork dominating this Elder Titan, because mid's really hard for Wadafaka. He actually is not even getting Shockwave.
Oh,
now he got to level up it. Okay, he went in for Empower and 2 levels of Skewer early.
Wow.
But yeah, now, yeah, bottom lane's a complete disaster.
So what do you do here if you're Next.KZ? I mean, you've got to pull some kind of rotation, and oh gosh, up top, I'm sorry, I did miss that kill. Sadoy actually going to grab a kill on the Clockwork. They're going to try and grab a recovery kill, but I think Sadoy may make it out. He's going to use the salve. Oh, those spirits getting close. Not going to be close enough, though. So, yeah, they are going to pull a lane rotation here. Wisp as well as Alchemist going to head to the top lane, and Mantis going to stay solo down here in the bottom. This is sort of interesting as well. I don't think this Lifestealer are going to be able to fare against these two heroes, nor the 3 once Treant returns.
Yeah, definitely not, but I think this was the best choice that they could do. There's no point in keeping those 3 heroes down there, because they were really giving no space to Lifestealer anyway, so they might as well just move around on the map.
Yeah. Guess that's fair enough. And in the mid, we might as well comment on the last hit score here. We see Scandal just dominating, 20-13 compared to the 4-0 Magnus right now. He's only level 4. Scandal is already level 5. So needless to say, this is a pretty one-sided mid matchup, and it's fair to say that this was pretty expected. Wadafaka doing everything he can. I still think maybe some of those, an early point in Shockwave may have helped him out a little bit more. I don't know about that second level in Skewer. I guess it's slightly less mana, but yeah, obviously very much so struggling here.
That's pretty strange. I don't really understand. Now he has 3 levels of the Skewer.
Yeah. Last time I saw Magnus versus OD, they definitely leveled Shockwave, #1, because the mana does stay static. It's a static 90. I guess that's the same story for Skewer, really for all of Magnus's abilities, but I don't know, it's still, you get to use it a little bit. Like, we see 2 stacks of Intelligence Steel, and he still has a big enough mana pool for one of them at least, and with that bottle you can spam it a bit and grab some of those stray last hits. But
oh, and top's gonna go on right now, Sadoy.
Oh, Sadoy maybe gonna be in trouble. Living Armor is gonna get applied. Yol gonna pour it up. And actually, they might turn this around. Gale going to come out on the Wisp. He's only level 2 now. Venomancer is 4. He has 2 points in the Plague Ward, and that Poison Sting going to be enough slow that Wisp is going to be in big trouble. They will come in with a concoction. There's Equal with some cogs. Yol taking a lot of damage here. He is going to survive for a bit, long enough at least to make it a 1-for-1. Wisp going to fall, and it could get even worse here. Scandal nearby, looking to grab some experience. Equal will make it out with just about 80 hit points to spare. Gonna get the salve off, but this Wisp, man, he is just in big trouble. He did hit level 3, compliments of that Venomancer experience, but he is really off to a slow start as well.
We have a dominating Go Black.
Yeah.
at 5 minutes on Treant.
4-0-1 tree. Yeah. Not something you see every day.
Treant OP.
Wow. So here we go. Up top, Concoction going to get charged. They need to split. And they'll split just in the nick of time there. Sidoi going to get living armor on, and that's going to keep him alive. Look at the power of that living armor. Now they're just going to turn it around onto equal. Oh, the Astral Spirit mixed with the tower damage going to be enough for a kill. And they may try to pursue onto Reeves here. Sidoi's actually racked up quite a bit of damage. One more auto attack. Going to do it. Oh, no. Next.KZ. They are just in trouble on every front. It's going to be 8-1 here at only the 6-minute mark, Fogged.
Wow. And this was a smart pickup by Sidoi, picking up that Orb of Venom. It actually got him majority of those kills.
Yeah.
And, oh my lord, this is really looking almost like GG already. You hate to say something like that, but I mean, versus the heroes that RoX.KiS has, if an early game comes out like this, it's gonna be really hard to recover.
I mean, I was talking about their team fight potential during the draft. The laning phase is where they're just absolutely demolishing. Wait another few minutes, and they group up, and we see a little 5-man Dota, and it's just going to be a massacre. Even the graph already, 5,000 gold lead for RoX.KiS here at the 6.5-minute mark. The net worth chart already in big trouble. The Treant is higher than everyone else on the side of RoX.KiS, so... In the bottom, we'll see Biz get initiated on here. Concoction going to be charged up. There's that living armor coming out. Biz will be in some trouble here, though. I think they're going to be able to secure a kill on this Luna. Or are they? Luna going to walk away with 20 hit points. He lives. He lives to tell the tale. They can't even secure these kills. That's how far behind they are already.
Yeah, and... Yeah, this 4 melee and 5 strength heroes versus Venomancer and OD just really isn't working out. I completely overlooked that when I was giving it at first. When I was like, oh, Next.KZ I think has it better, but this is just actually, well, I don't know, it's very strange.
Yeah, man, we should have gambled on that one. I could be winning big right now.
Oh, man, that's what I get for just, man, I'm tired. I don't know.
Not to worry, my friend. I mean, I thought it would be a little bit one-sided. I thought it would be more equal, and then that mid lane would be the big disparity. I didn't think this tri-lane would be this successful. Like, I thought a small upper hand, maybe grab a kill on that lifestealer, maybe pick on the Wisp a little bit. I was not imagining an 8-1 score here at the 7-minute mark, 6.5-minute mark. Up top, Sidoi will get hook-shotted, but Equal going to take a lot of return damage. Sidoi just going to stand his ground. RP comes out, but Equal's still going to be in big trouble. I think Sidoi is going to be able to survive this one as he walks back to the tower.
I'm really confused by this maxing skewer over Shockwave.
Yeah, I don't know that I've really ever seen this build from a Magnus. Versus OD or not, this is... It's just strange. I can't really think of another way to put it. I'm trying to like fathom some theory crafting in my head why this is advantageous, but
I actually think it's pretty bad, to be honest with you, because Shockwave just gets lower cooldown. The mana cost stays the same. It just does more damage. Skewer doesn't. It's a really long cooldown. It's a 30-second cooldown, so
yeah,
it's missing out on a lot of bursts, and you know they're gonna have trouble defending their towers now because they don't have max Shockwave with the Acid Spirited Push. But now he's actually okay. He's leveling up the Shockwave now, so.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right, the lower cooldown, and also it does scale a little bit better. The Skewer does have slightly less damage because it gives you a bit more utility, so yeah, we'll see. Go Black, gonna get engaged on here. Open Wounds comes out, but he'll be just fine. Not gonna be able to follow up.
This tree's level 6 as well, with Arcane Boots and everything, so...
Yeah, that's another one of the big disparities here, the support levels. We see both Veno as well as the Treant at level 6, and Alchemist level 5. Right now, Wisp only 4. Here we're going to see Equal in a little bit of trouble. The Leech Seed comes. He will get some cogs off, and a nice corridor there that will box out the rest of the enemies. So he'll survive, no problem.
Yeah, Scandal's doing what he basically should be. He knows that his team doesn't really need him, so he's just farming away in mid alone.
Looking at the last hits, OD just off to the races. He's doubling the highest, the leader of last hits on the side of Next.KZ, who is Clockwork, sitting 30-4. Right now, OD is 57-36. He is denying up a storm. He is the highest level, tied with Sidoi, actually. Both of them sitting level 9 right now. And it's just going to be a free tower kill in the bottom lane. RoX.KiS will group up and knock it down. Next.KZ just going to completely sacrifice it, not even going to try to defend. And, yeah, this is one of the other concerns here. Magnus going to have a very, very slow blink. He does now have the power treads on the way, and a smoke. But...
Oh, and Reeves is doing something pretty smart right now. He's just trying to find his farm anywhere on the map, and he's just actually level 3 Acid Spray and doing Ancients. Yeah. And RoX.KiS picks up an early Medallion on Veno, so they're going to go for an early Roche, probably right now.
Yep. Speak of the devil. Going to have an Illusion Rune to go with it as well. Going to make things a little bit easier for him. Yeah, Venom might even be able to solo this with the Plague Wards, actually. Maybe not quite yet, but he's going to be able to do a considerable amount of damage and just slowly tick Roche down. And Next.KZ, I don't think they'll be too wise to it. They do have a ward up on the high ground on their side of the river. So if someone comes over in sort of an odd path, they may see it, but Roche is going to get slowly attacked and support going to come in. Now that Yol has set the trap of Plague Wards, going to make for an easy Roche. Smart play from RoX.KiS. I mean, why not at this point? They know that even if Next.KZ have perfect vision of what's going on, I'm not so sure that they can contest even if they wanted to, given all of these ultimates now off cooldown would be suicide.
Yeah, definitely. And Scandal isn't even going to the pit.
Yep, not a care in the world. Each is going to go the way of the Luna. And it looks like they will rotate mid. So I think they're eager to use some of these ultimates. All of them are off cooldown, and all of them do a huge amount of AoE damage.
And you said this was a very important team, too. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, this really is. And again, glancing at the standings here, RoX.KiS, they are 9-3, and they are the ones in a better position. If they win this being 10-3, they'll be in a really, really good spot. Next.KZ, they'll be 9-5 if they drop this game. So still a glimmer of hope. Right now, it's only secure if you have 8 losses. You absolutely will not make it. If you have 7, really if you have 6 or more, I think it's very grim, but statistically, I suppose it's still possible for a huge tie break. But yeah, that will put Next.KZ in a considerably less favorable position in terms of the round robin. Right now, RoX is position 5 and Next is position 6. So that just goes to show how even these teams are in terms of round robin standings, though. As we can see, that's maybe not the most meaningful statistic, as this is the definition of a one-sided match.
Yeah, this is pretty unfortunate for them. And Wisp, level 4. He's
still level 4.
Yeah, it's really, really unfortunate for him.
He's got absolutely no items either. He's got a magic stick and a couple of branches. That is... Whew.
Yeah. Not much to say now.
Yeah, there's not much to theorycraft here. It's just a kind of feels like a matter of time. I mean, is there anything that Next.KZ can do here? Is there some sort of Hail Mary strat perhaps that they could pull out and
yeah, they can get some pickoffs and stuff, but but something weird though that I see is like BZZ is going for a straight BKB rush, super ungreedy, not going for a Dominator or a Midas.
Yeah, though his friend Scandal here did go Midas first and has already picked up a Force Staff, so his Midas already starting to pay off a bit.
Yeah, he got it very, very early, and he's level 11 up on that OD too.
Yeah. And
he has not really participated. He actually didn't participate in anything with his team yet so far, except for taking that mid tower.
He is 0-0. He's just been very happy to farm away. 2 tier 1s down already in favor of RoX.KiS, and it looks like they may make it 3. This top tier 1 taking some pretty heavy pressure. Those Veno Plague Wards, man. I still can't believe how much health those things have. 450 at level 4. That is a lot.
Mag actually picks up a Mantle of Intelligence, and he maxed his Skewer and didn't level the Shockwave again. He only has 2 levels of it.
Interesting. He does have the surprise inside here. He is actually smoked up behind the tower.
Oh, he's revealed.
Gonna get revealed straight away. There's the hook shot in. Shockwave gonna come. Living Armor straight away. Nice Cog's gonna push Biz right into the tower. But the follow-up not gonna be there. That'll be the end of the clockwork. Now the rest of them gonna hop forward. Mantis gonna be in some big trouble here as the Overgrowth comes. What a fuck at taking some damage as the Sanity's Eclipse comes. And gonna be an easy set of kills for RoX.KiS. Their Venomancer almost goes down, but he does survive to tell the tale. And a double kill comes out for the OD. Now, Concoction gonna come. Will actually stun Biz as well as Sadoy. They are standing on an acid spray, but Living Armor gonna be there, and Biz will be just fine. They are gonna press forward now. Astral Imprisonment gonna come out. They're gonna try and line something up perhaps. Reeves gonna be in big trouble. There's the Force Staff forward. And that's the end of him. Ownage coming out. All of a sudden, a killing spree for Scandal. So he's made his entrance into this, the hero kills here in this match. And we'll start off 3-0-0. As they just heal up. Looks like a map going to be on the way for the Venomancer pretty quickly here. Going to make things even more difficult for Next.KZ as it sits 13-1 as we approach that 15-minute mark.
Wow.
And we've hit that point on the net worth chart where all 5 members of RoX.KiS are ahead of the leading farmer of Next.KZ, who of course is the Lifestealer at 3.6k. But that is one of scary statistics we can pull out of this match. RoX.KiS getting dangerously close to that 1,000 gold lead per minute mark, which tends to be a sign that we're close to that GG.
Yeah, definitely, and yeah, oh man, I really don't agree with this Magnus decision, but I guess I guess that's what he could manage. I don't know. It's strange.
Yeah.
But yeah, now they're all healed up to full up on the side of RoX.KiS from the leech seeds and everything, and the mech's coming out, and they're just gonna push for the GG. It looks like.
Yeah. I mean, really, no reason not to. That's. Yeah, and the leech seed, it's good you bring it up that it heals around friendly units. That's one of those things that's overlooked from that ability. Just think of it as a slow, but it also does give you some return healing as well as damage.
Yeah, it actually gives a lot of healing now. They've kept buffing it and buffing it. Now it's 6 pulses of 60, so.
Yeah, it's pretty significant, especially at these early levels. It's pretty damn big.
And the overgrowth hitting the... Oh, we see a stop missing actually there. But at least overgrowth as well. You saw exactly what happened. The mag went in and RP'd, and right afterwards he just overgrowth the lifestealer.
Yep.
And it's like, huh, what do we do?
And in terms of rage versus overgrowth, I know with BKB it's one of those sort of whoever uses it first. If you're in BKB and then you get overgrowthed, you're stuck. And if you're in overgrowth and then you pop the BKB, it takes you out. Is rage the same way, or does overgrowth trump rage on that front? Can you rage out of overgrowth? Man,
that's not the hero that I play that often, the lifestealer. But I actually think it does remove it. But
it does, okay. I'm not sure. Rage is one of those funky abilities.
Oh, man, I'm a noob.
Yeah,
man.
It's all right.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to, but I don't know. Lifestealer is pretty OP.
Yeah.
So.
It really is one of those weird abilities where it's hard to say. I'm sure chat will let us know in 2 minutes after we get flamed for being clueless here. I won't feel bad since you don't know either. But
whatever, irrelevant. This game's over. I don't need to think about that now.
I wish I had looked in the last team fight because I saw the lifestealer was stuck in the overgrowth, obviously, and I missed if he had raged right when he popped out.
Time.
He did rage first. Yeah. Okay. So at least we know on that front, if you're raged, it doesn't make you immune to the overgrowth, so it's similar to BKB on that wavelength. I don't know. I would want to say that he would save until after overgrowth. In a situation like that, you have to know that the tree is going to overgrowth, right? But maybe we'll see it right here. Lifestealer going to charge in. The surprise inside. He is going to pop out. There's going to be a RP used on Yol and Sadoy. Overgrowth going to come. And Mantis, his rage was already on cooldown. Not going to get to see it here. Magnus does fall. He'll buy back straight away. Mantis going to get taken out as well. Wisp going to get basically one hit by that Sanity's Eclipse. I think he was pretty close to full health. And OD just... demolished him. That was...
Yeah. I feel like the GGs really should be coming out.
Yeah. At this point, there's, I think, little to no hope here for Next.KZ. Oh, boy. Taking it.
Are there rares lost?
Are there rares lost? Yeah, I didn't check the bets. I wonder what the percentage was on this match. This one probably should have been pretty even going in, pretty close to 50-50, so I don't think too many rares will be lost. But,
they're still trying to find these fights and everything.
Yeah. Oh, there's a nice skewer in onto Biz. Is the follow-up going to be there, though? There we go. Mantis going to use the rage, going to get a couple of right clicks, but the support is just too much. Yol actually taking a good bit of damage. Those wisp balls doing a lot. But, oh, man, that Elder
300
Titan.
Damage.
Oh, man. Oh, that is a scary Elder Titan, man. He just stole quite a bit of damage with that Astral. And there it is. GG well played from Next.KZ. Definitely saw that coming. I'm trying to keep an eye on chat here to see if you can rage out of the overgrowth. It looks like you can. I see someone saying, yes, 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 you can. And I think that's probably in regards to our question. So, there you go. Rage works just like BKB.
Whatever, I'm a dumbass.
So, wow, an interesting first game. I really didn't think that one would be so one-sided. Of all the matches we have coming up today, I thought that was going to be one of the more even matches. We do have 5 more coming your way here today, guys. Coming up next will be Empire versus the Q-Pad Red Pandas. After that will be Relax, You're Doing Fine, Team RX, a.k.a. Poseidon, up against the Q-Pad Red Pandas again. Then after that, it will be Fnatic versus OSG. So plenty more Dota coming your way. Fogged is going to be with us for at least a few matches today. What's your schedule looking like today, Fogged? How many are you going to be with us for?
I'll probably do like 3, I'd say. I have to go
all the
way up to my girlfriend's today, so.
All the way.
All right.
Sounds fair, my friends. So we'll be back, guys. Going to be at least a 20-minute break or so until our next match is coming up. So don't go anywhere. Enjoy the tunes. We'll be back after this short break here on Beyond the Summit. I am Zyori. With me today is Fogged. Thank you for joining us. Starladder Season 8 Round Robin Day 24 continues.
Let's see the flame.